afternoon and welcome to the Midday News here on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network. I am Bhavita Gopalchan. Thank you so much for joining us. We begin with news that Opposition Leader Penelope Beckles is once again strongly criticizing government's use of preventive detention orders. During the Digo Mountain Regional Corporation's third annual Civic Award ceremony last night, Beckles said for too many people, the SOE is not a shield against crime, but a weapon against this country's citizens.
Our preventative detention orders, powers, meant to be used with the gravest restraint against genuine threats, have instead been turned into ordinary use and abuse against citizens. I must share with you, of course, that this has reached even to our party headquarters, Palisade House.
The opposition leader also called out the government on the upkeep of communities across the country. She said local government should be properly resourced across all boroughs.
That the health of a nation is measured not in speeches made in the parliament, but in the state of our streets, our drains, our parks, and the people of its boroughs, its cities, and its municipalities.
The Civic Awards recognized outstanding individuals and groups of the Digo Mountain Borough Corporation. Akil Devines received the borough's award for gallantry. Devines rescued a child from a Ferris wheel at Movie Town in 2025. Well, Asia is setting the record straight today on Islamic terminology after a social media post by Minister in the Ministry of Housing, Senator Philip Edward Alexander, sparked a linguistic debate over an exchange on the Senate floor of the Parliament. In a recent Facebook post, Senator Alexander questioned Senator Faisal Rawi, referring to Senator David Naked as Habibi. Alexander criticized Al-Rawi's translation of the word to quote, "my love," suggesting he should have instead used Sahabi, which Alexander claimed meant my friend. The post went on to question the nature of the exchange, but Azure has issued a formal correction. Well, dated July 27th and signed by Council Chairman Mufti Muhammad Zadur Raza. The document clarifies that Sahabi is not a casual word for friend. Instead, it is a highly revered religious title reserved strictly for the companions of the Prophet Muhammad. The council warned that intentionally misrepresenting a contemporary figure as a Sahabi is unlawful or haram. Well, two people accused of helping to operate a human trafficking network in Tobago are among the latest detainees held under preventive detention orders. Authorities allege Francis Carolina Rangel Ojeda recruited vulnerable Latin American women, moved them between Trinidad and Tobago, and facilitated their sexual exploitation for financial gain. The orders also identified Tobago resident Damon Dominic Charles as a principal handler and transporter in the network. Investigators allege he received and housed trafficked victims, transferred from Trinidad, transported them to locations where they were exploited and used commercial premises as hubs for the operation. A PDO was also issued for another Tobago resident, Vaughn Steeler, who is accused of involvement in an organized crime group linked to violent crimes. A security officer is in stable condition after being injured in an accidental firearm discharge at the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure building in Port of Spain on Wednesday evening. Police say that around 6:35 p.m., the officer was on duty at the security central post on the 6th floor of the ministry's Richmond Street office when a colleague handed over a service-issued Glock 19 pistol with the slide lock to the rear and a loaded magazine, indicating that the firearm had been cleared. According to police, the officer pointed the firearm downward and released a slide before hearing a loud bang. Well, he immediately felt a burning sensation in his left thigh. He was taken to the Port of Spain General Hospital for treatment. Crime Scene Investigations Unit officers photographed the scene, while another officer later conducted a welfare check at the hospital and reported that he remains in stable condition. Investigations are continuing. Note of this, the Amalgamated Workers Union is demanding the immediate payment of outstanding back pay and salary increases. At a media conference today, union officials said they settled wage negotiations in April 2025 and were assured that funding had been allocated during this year's mid-year budget review. However, they say they've yet to receive any payment.
But the workers of the Port of Spain Corporation is totally disgusted and fed up with the behavior that's going on after signing an agreement for approximately 16 months. And to date, your still hasn't received increase. I am aware of units that sign just the other day, and they get part of back pay, they get the increase and part of back pay. Them sign in December.
When asked if he feared possible industrial action by the union, Port of Spain Mayor Chinua Allen says the lack of payment is affecting hundreds of workers and it will be up to the union to determine how to address that going forward.
I think that the union has a responsibility to do as it sees fit on behalf of protecting the rights of their workers and their members. The council continues to work closely with the workers, the administration and the union to resolve the issue. We just need the allocation to be given to us by the Ministry of Local Government. We heard a full-throated commitment being given by the minister in the mid-year review. But as you well know, despite the very loud and bombastic commitments that have been made, we have not received the additional allocation that has been promised.
Now, CNC3 News reached out to Local Government Minister Khadija Amin for a response, who said she was in Parliament and could not take the call at the time. CNC3 News will update the story with a response in tonight's newscast. Let's take a short break. Sport News up next.
The night before Emancipation Holiday, Friday, July 31st. Immortal, the House Party Edition. Your immortal DJs. DJ Marcus Williams, the Hitman Howie T, DJ Wiz, DJ Razor, Terror Sound, Bass, No Time to Waste, the man with the music, Sensational Sammy, the Assassin, Music Jazz, your immortal DJ, Dr. Ross. One night only, Club Tempo, Southside, we outside.
The biggest party in sport is back. Catch every TKR match live and exclusively on CNC3, August 7th through September 20th. You don't want to miss the action. The Republic Bank CPL 2026, only on CNC3. Passion, energy, and cricket live here. Brought to you by
Shop and save at PRW Enterprises. Get a Samsung 75-inch TV, only $8,535. PS5 console game, only $4,800. Samsung A9 tablet, $1,199. JBL soundbar, $1,968. Printers from $650. Blenori Drone X60, only $786. Party speaker box, $2,500. Call PRW today.
Stomach discomfort again? Bloating, cramps, irregular bathroom habits? Meet Vivera, your daily support for a balanced gut. Vivera works fast to help reduce the abdominal pain, ease bloating, and support healthy digestion. It helps restore balance to your gut so you can get back to feeling light, comfortable, and in control. Choose for real digestive relief, safe, effective, and trusted for both children and adults. Now available at pharmacies nationwide. Vivera, feel the difference.
Welcome back in sport. The 5th anniversary of the Emancipation Football Nation 7-a-side tournament brought youth and community together in the name of the beautiful game at the Marvin Lee Stadium on Sunday. Organizers of the one-day tournament, Sweat Equity crew, continued its mission of using sport to empower the next generation. Co-founder Carol Power says the event is about more than winning matches.
Sport is something that's very, very important, where you see discipline, commitment, hard work, loyalty, respect for the individual, and also knowing how to lose and accept loss and learn the lessons and making sure that you win or improve for the next year. And that is what this is all about.
And 2 medals in Thursday's evening session bring Trinidad and Tobago's medal tally to 12 at this year's CAC Games in the Dominican Republic. Liam Carrington added silver in the men's 50-meter backstroke in 25.10 seconds behind Marcus Reyes of Mexico, who won in 24.83. While Bermuda's Jack Harvey clocked 25.33 for bronze. And in the men's 100-meter butterfly final, Dylan Carter, despite leading all the way through, just didn't have the staying power on the final leg to hold off Venezuela's Manuel Diaz, who won in 52.45 seconds. And Jorge Ortiza, who was second in 52.91, while Carter placed third in 52.99. TNT's Zarek Wilson placed 10th. And at the Commonwealth Games, the medal count now stands at 2. The men's team sprint cycling trio of Zion Polito, Jason Phillip and Nicholas Paul claimed the bronze medal. Team TGO was scheduled to face Wales in the bronze medal ride, but Welsh rider Ian Hepburn was forced to withdraw due to injury. And the bronze was awarded to Trinidad and Tobago. Australia won gold, clocking 42.45 seconds to defeat England. That's all the sporting action for you. Let's take another break. We'll be right back.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
Shop and save at PRW Enterprises. Get a Samsung 75-inch TV, only $8,535. PS5 console game, only $4,800. Samsung A9 tablet, $1,199. JBL soundbar, $1,968. Printers from $650. Blenori Drone X60, only $786. Party speaker box, $2,500. Call PRW today.
We must reopen the South Sea operation. There are tons of goodies to be released before the end of this month. And I expect your cooperation.
At the end of the month? But that's crazy.
In this business, there's only one way to solve your problems. If you don't do it, I will. Simple as that. I don't mind, really.
In Westwood Park, nothing stays hidden for long. Watch the drama unfold. Saturdays at 7:30 p.m. only on CNC3. Make sure you have yourself a great investment week by viewing The Bourse Report every Monday morning at 6:15 a.m. during CNC3's The Morning Brew. You'll get sound financial advice, whether you're a new or experienced investor, when you view The Bourse Report. CNC3, covering your world.
Algeria has declared 3 days of national mourning following a tragic bus accident that claimed the lives of at least 25 people and injured 44 others. According to the country's Civil Protection Agency, the passenger bus was traveling when it skidded off the road before plunging into a deep ravine. Emergency crews rushed to the scene, with ambulances transporting the injured to nearby hospitals as rescue operations continue. Well, authorities say the death toll and number of injuries remain preliminary and could change as emergency teams complete their work. Now for a look at the weather forecast, today will be partly cloudy with periods of showers. There is a medium chance of the isolated heavy shower favoring western and hilly areas. In the event, gusty winds are likely and street or flash flooding is likely in areas so prone. Seas are slight to moderate with waves between 2 and 2.5 meters in open waters and near 1 meter in sheltered areas. The forecast maximum temperature is 33 degrees Celsius in Trinidad and 31 in Tobago. Well, thank you so much for joining us for a look at the day's developments so far. We love these stories and and so much more coming up for you in a major newscast at 7 p.m. today. Until then, have a great day.